does have a Tial blow-off valve as well. And I'm on speed density, so no, it is not recirculated. The clutch in this car, it is an exhasut twin disc. If you're not familiar with them, they are very heavy clutches. Feels like you're trying to take off with a school bus behind you. It's pretty ridiculous, to be honest. Whenever this one does wear out, I'm probably going to go back to a single disc clutch. This car won't be making 800 horsepower no time soon, which is what this clutch is rated for. It's rated for like 850. I'm making half that, so no need for it. Got the windows down, let you do hear the blow-off valve. I'll roll them up in a minute. The car does have AC, so that's great. Being here in North Carolina, it's a little warm. Nothing like real far down south. We're in the 90s today. Filming with a Aero 3. Not a 3 Plus, not a 4, nothing. It's just a standard 3. I've had it probably 3 years actually. It's on 17-inch rotas, on 255s. Pretty much no traction issues whatsoever. And as soon as we get out of traffic, I'll do a few. And I guess for anyone looking to buy an Evo, of course you have your older Evos, which are not in the United States, but you have your Evo 8s and your Evo 9s, and now you got the Evo 10s. I picked an Evo 9 mainly because it's the only year with the black interior. So this car is wicked white, and it has the full black interior. I have the SSL package, which is the full leather Recaros, the sunroof, and the Infinity sound system. Evo 9s have the best turbo out of all the Evos. In my opinion, Evo 10s may be better. I don't really have that much experience with the Evo 10 because I wasn't looking at that body style. Evo 9 though, turbo, a lot better. You'll see a lot of guys switching Evo 8 to Evo 9 turbos. Like I said, the big thing for me was the interior. The interior is just awesome. 05 and up has the ACD transmission. This is an 06, so obviously it has ACD. I don't really know, can't tell a difference. I know it's supposed to move ratio like 60-40 now. So, you know, you have tarmac, gravel, snow. And 5th gear is about pointless in these cars, unless you're on the highway. I'll drop and do a little pull. And it's not bad. These cars make so much more power to bolt-ons. If you're gonna get an STI, now don't get me wrong, I'm not a car, you know, brand guy. STIs are awesome cars. I love a boxer motor. But me, I was looking for power as cheap as I could get it. And in my opinion, which everybody has one, the Evo makes a lot more power for a lot less money. Right now, this car, you know, if you do supporting mods, intercooler, piping, you don't have to change blow-off valves in this car. They're good for quite a bit. They'll hold 25-30 pounds, no problem. And then you gotta do fuel mods, you know, just a good injector and a good fuel pump. And that's really, you know, then you can get a tune. Stock turbo, you know, I made 25 before head studs. That's what I used on my turbo. So I put in head studs and now I'm on about 28. And that's safe for me, in my opinion. This is tuned by Force Fed Performance in Fayetteville. Force Fed is, in my opinion, in North Carolina, the best Evo tuner around. Anything DSM. They got supers there now. They do Skylines. I mean, they got everything. And I just want to give them a shout out. They've helped me out a lot. They've done pretty much all the work on this car other than what was done when I bought it. I had a smaller fuel pump when I bought it, and it already had the intercooler piping and stuff like that. On an STI or WRX, you're not going to make those kind of numbers without, you know, spending a lot of money. Do another little pull right here. this is just to give you an idea. You know, other people look for Evos, and just, you know, make sure if you are looking to buy one, which is mainly what I'm making this for. You know, if you're wanting to buy an Evo, you know, I want to tell you what you need to expect or what to expect. When you go look at these, a lot of guys, they jack the boost up. I mean, they run it out the roof as high as it'll go, 30 pounds. Stock turbo, you may can get 32. You're not going to hold it; it'll spike it. But I don't believe you hold 32. We'll do one more little pull here, and then I'm just going to talk a little bit and do a little city driving. Smile on your face every single time. There's just nothing. Eventually it'll get old, but then there's room for turbo setup. That's another thing about these cars. This drivetrain setup, I've been told numerous times, you know, 550, 600, they've done it all day long. Now if you go beat on it every single day, yeah, something's gonna break. But this is my weekend car, you know, and it's held up to 440, no problem. So I guess one of the things to look for, I would, if it's not been studded, you need to check your oil. Obviously, make sure it don't look like milk. If it looks like white or chocolate milk, just don't even fool with it unless you're getting it so cheap it's not funny. Another thing, third and fifth grinds a lot in these cars. And I'm not gonna lie, my third does grind every once in a while. Now I'm talking 1 out of 10 hard shifts. So when you go get in one, tell them, hey man, you know, I want to get on it, hit the gears, you know, because they tend to grind. It's just a thing though. I mean, if it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother me, because as soon as it goes, I'm just going to build it for higher horsepower. These cars get launched a lot. A lot of people launch these cars, and if they sidestep it, you know, you're guaranteed to have some issue somewhere. If you have a vibration, it could be universal joints or axles or any, I mean, it could be anything. But when you go to buy one, you know, just check your oil, make sure you ain't got a blown head gasket. Make sure under boost you're not blowing coolant. Make sure it shifts good. Make sure it's not leaking anything. Make sure if it's got, hopefully it's got an AFR gauge. You want to be running, you know, 11.12s under boost. Mine runs about 11.9, 11.8 under boost, and about 14.5 to 15.2 at idle. Which idle doesn't really matter, obviously, but if you're running 16, 17 or higher under idle, yeah, you're leaning out. And if you're above 12 or 12.5 in boost, yeah, you're gonna be running a little lean, and that's something you do not want to do. You do not want to be lean whatsoever. And really, guys, that's about it. Evos are an amazing car. Depending on where you are, E85, we have 2 stations around me. One's about 15 minutes, one's about 30 minutes. So I got a dual map. That way, if 85 just for some reason goes away, I can run 93. Start doing some how-to videos once we do some change-ups. But I mean, here I am, 5th gear on the highway, 65 miles an hour, no drone, and this is a full non-catted exhaust to an apexi muffler. I mean, it's just an all-around awesome car. I wanted one for so many years and finally got one. But stick around, guys. Next week, a friend of mine's got a D16 Z6 single cam Honda Civic Coupe. It's a 95. This car has had so much junk talked about it. Before, it was on an eBay turbo and a Musa turbo, made 294 on a single cam. Now this car is built, rods, pistons, this is block guard, upgraded fuel system, injectors obviously. And like I said, on the eBay turbo, it was about 24 pounds, made 294. Since then, we installed comp cam, and we installed a precision 58, 56. Don't hold me on that. I'll have to check and make sure which one you got. And we've installed the turbo. I do have some videos on that as well. I'll be posting. We'll be reviewing that car next week. We're getting it tuned Saturday, so y'all better be expecting the video Sunday. Saturday we're going to go out, race hell with it, and see what it can do, and hopefully it brings some really good numbers on the dyno. We're hoping for 350. He is going to 85 as well. I want to thank you a lot for watching. This is my first video. I hope it Hope it gave you some help or some insight on when you're looking for an Evo. And next weekend, expect the Honda. It'll be fun. You'll have to check it out. Take it easy.